It looked like a scene out of a World War II movie after the bombs had dropped. Black and white smoke covered several miles of the peninsula near Fort Monroe, and the flames shot 50 to 100 feet into the air. Fire units from Fort Monroe, Hampton, Phoebus, Langley Air Force Base, and Norfolk, which came across the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, fought the blaze, while tugs from the Navy and Coast Guard and planes from the Air Force and Navy dumped chemicals on the pier near the Yacht Club where the fire apparently started. Eyewitness Ricky Mitchell, who was in the Yacht Club with another employee when the fire broke out, was explaining how quickly it spread.
Fast, very fast.
When his mother, Elizabeth McDonald, who had been searching for him for more than an hour, found him.
Baby, you all right? Oh, I've been looking all over you.
After his mother was calmed, Mitchell, who owned one of the two cars that exploded in the blaze, picked up the story and says he was scared.
When I was going through the black smoke, I started choking and gagging, and I just, where's Joyce? Joyce, get me out of here. And then I just kept walking on, and then I saw clean air.
Mitchell says the fire could have ended in tragedy because an hour later the Yacht Club would have been packed for lunch. Meantime, Hampton Fire Chief Ken Lavoie says it was a difficult fire to fight.
There was a wind involvement, there was flammable liquid involvement, we had a dry pier. All these things going together, the fire was just running extremely fast down the piers and taking all these flammable liquids along with it. It was very complex firefighting.
And even after the blaze had been brought under control, smoldering cars and yachts continued to suffer damage. Even as firefighters continued to fight the flames and the smoke, Army criminal investigators were here on the scene to study the origins of the blaze, leading to speculation that arson might be the cause for this spectacular fire. At Fort Monroe, Mike Deason, The Daily News. Within minutes of igniting, the fire was completely out of control, but an hour later, firefighters had contained the blaze. However, it was well into the night before everything was completely out. That was Thursday. A day later, the damage was obvious. Damage estimates are now more than $1 million, as 2 buildings, 4 cars, and several boats were total losses. Colonel John Mullaney arrived at the fire scene at the height of the blaze.
And I saw the left side of my boat completely engulfed in flames, and I said, well, knowing what flames do to fiberglass, I'm just going to have a little bit of molten boat left when I got finished. And as you can see behind me, I have half a boat, or somewhat less than half a boat.
Mullaney, who says he hopes insurance will cover the fire, says compared to some, he was lucky. While the massive cleanup was going on, the engineer in charge, Lieutenant Colonel Larry Unger, assessed the fire, and he said he realized it was going to be a problem from the beginning, but wouldn't have done anything different.
Just as soon as we got on the scene, we immediately put in a call for the mutual assistance from Hampton, and also we called the Air Force, the Navy, Coast Guard, and Norfolk, and all responded immediately. No, couldn't have asked for better support.
Although the cause still isn't known, Unger says the fire started somewhere near this dumpster. Arson investigators are still examining materials. Still no word on whether the Yacht Club will be rebuilt. Meantime, one soldier joked the spectacular blaze could have been avoided if Mother Nature could read. Unfortunately, Mother Nature doesn't pay attention to signs on the pier. At Fort Monroe, Mike Deason, The Daily News.